Good afternoon. So my friends yesterday from the fire service, when I had drills last night, were taking the wet from me saying good morning. So they always say to me now, good morning. But yeah, I had a busy morning, so I thought I'd do an afternoon video so I can say good afternoon rather than good morning. So today I want to talk about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. The other week I bought a box of let me get it the right way around, oracle cards, and it's called the Blind Spot Oracle Cards by Teal Swan. Now, I'm not selling these, by the way. I'm not getting any money from selling them at all. But yeah, I decided to pick a card. So it's very easy to keep looking forward and not see our blind spots. Our blind spots are the part of us that we don't see. And we all have blind spots. And so having something like this, or having that, being able to reflect and discovering your blind spots, are key to really progressing in life. And I pulled the first oracle card, which is 1. And number 1 is all about my fear. Let me just get to the page. Where are we? Yeah. So, all about my fear. So, with some reflection on top of the card, I discovered that the big fear that I have is the fear of judgment. Yeah, the biggest fear that I have is fear of judgment. And so it's about, once you can discover what your fear is, you can then go about overcoming that fear. And overcoming fears is actually pretty easy, I think, anyway, once you start to overcome them in the first place. So what I mean by that, and I still have these in my ear, what I mean by that is that once you know the fear that you need to overcome, you can go ahead and focus on that fear. Focus deeper on the things, the part of you that is actually scared. And then once you start to work out and work with the part of you that's scared, you can then reassure that part of you that you are safe. Because the only reason we have that fear is because we feel unsafe. But if you kind of go about making that part of you feel safe, then that fear starts to disappear. Fear of public speaking is a great one. You know, back in 2016, I started to overcome my fear of public speaking. It wasn't done in a day, in a week, in months. It took time. And it basically involved me just going and just finding a place to go and speak, and then going and speaking, and then just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and allow myself to feel the fear, and to say to myself that, do you know what, I am feeling a fear, but I am safe. And it's as simple as that. Well, it's not as simple as that, because people have lots of big fears, but you can use things like, you can use hypnosis, you can use Psyche, you can use all kinds of different modalities and stuff to overcome fears. You can go and get help if you want to overcome a big fear. But I find that if you are able to overcome the fear by yourself, then when you feel a fear, you can overcome the next one easy, because you know exactly how to do it. And if you have to keep going and getting help every time you want to overcome a fear, it can get expensive and it can take time. But if you can discover it for yourself, that is the key. So what fears do you have that you want to overcome? And what part of you is feeling that fear, and how can you make that part feel safe? Have a good day, well, the remainder of the day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.